All right. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halayim La Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Chachwadash. Give a double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace, love, and salutations for your hopeful elect that's been pushing the truth, all right? I'm the brother Zachariah, coming at you from the Jim S. Camp Atlanta Church. And as you can see, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, I'm back at it with another lesson. Now, today's lesson, we're going to continue with this Revelation 9, all right? 13 through 15. Now, before I even start at verse 13, we're just going to reread verse 12, continuing on where we left off last video, okay? Now, this is Revelation 9, starting at verse 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more after. There come two woes more hereafter. All right, meaning World War I, World War II, and World War III. Now we already know, according to history, which really took place. All right, World War I and World War II already had passed. All right, okay, already passed. And now we're in the midst of World War III. We can see current events right now that's taking place over there with, Russia, okay, Ukraine, and all these other proxy wars, man. But all these things are going to be a domino effect. All these things that's going on concerning oil, digital currency, everything, man, is going to all lead to World War III, which we're about to get into. Now, continuing on, Revelation 9 and 13. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before the Most High, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet. Now, typically, what would you do with a trumpet? You would sound an alarm, okay? Loose the four angels, which are bound in the great river Euphrates, which are one of the four rivers mentioned in Genesis, okay? So Euphrates, keep that in mind. And now Euphrates is over there really in the Middle East, all right, which we're going to get into. And I believe it mentions in Revelation, Revelation 16 about the river Euphrates actually drying up, all right, because everything is getting set up for World War III, okay? Let me see if I can find that right quick. 16. Bear with me 1 second. Just bear with me. I know it's somewhere in here. Look it up right quick. Keep looking. Oh yeah, it's right here. This is let's see. Yeah, this is Revelation 16, starting at verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his veil upon the great river Euphrates, okay? And the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. All right. Now, the kings represents the kings of these other nations, all right? Because we already know, according to prophecy, the Lord is spiritually putting that hook back into that bear, which represents Russia, all right? Getting that bear all roused up, okay? Which is Russia. And you see what's going on now. So all these things is going to eventually lead up to World War III, all right? It's being prepared, meaning everything's being set up before it actually takes place, which is the spirit of prophecy, okay? Now, I have this right here, and I remember this coming out back in 2020. Yep. Now, I didn't watch this video yet, but we're gonna play it about the Euphrates, the river Euphrates, drying up. Okay. Let me see.
Gulf. Since the last two.
That's off. It started at 20.
From satellite image, it shows clearly that the Euphrates River is extremely drying up. The Euphrates River is the longest and the most important river in the Middle East. Originating in Turkey, the the Euphrates flows through Syria and Iraq to join the Tigris in the Shat al-Arab, which empties into the Persian Gulf. Since the last 2 decades, the Euphrates is continuously drying up. Strangled by the water policies of Iraq's neighbors, Turkey and Syria, 3 years severe drought, and years of misuse by Iraq and its farmers, the river is significantly smaller than it was just a few years ago. Some officials worry that it could soon be a country with no river. The shrinking of the Euphrates, a river so crucial to the birth of civilization that the book of Revelation prophesied its drying up as a sign of the end times, has decimated farms along its banks, has left fishermen impoverished, and has depleted riverside towns as farmers flee to the cities looking for work. Though it once was susceptible to regional flooding, numerous dams have been built along the Euphrates in the past 50 years which now regulate its water flow. The drying up of Euphrates, Syria's longest river, is raising concerns as the demise of the water body could lead to a humanitarian disaster in the country. Iraq is battling its worst drought in decades. Lack of rainfall and poor resource management has left communities that depend on the Tigris and Euphrates rivers devoid of the water they need to survive. In Islam, some of the hadiths of the Prophet Muhammad suggest that the Euphrates will dry up, revealing unknown treasures that will be the cause of
which is awful, by the way. All right. But concerning this prophecy right here, the river Euphrates drying up, that's prophecy. Okay. We already know the true prophet is of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, which is his true name. Okay. I just want to put that out there. I'm going to continue on though.
Strife and war. The drying up of Euphrates River also raised concern among Christian community. In the Holy Bible, Revelation chapter 16 verse 12 says, "And the 6th angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared." The drying up of Middle East is not a prophecy anymore. It is not a prediction. It is a fact that is happening. 5 largest lakes in the Middle East are already drying up. Rising temperature and mismanagement are contributing to water insecurity and could lead to environmental crises.
And these people who do videos like this too, all right, more than likely, they got certain things from our apostles and elders of Great Millstone anyway, because through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, as a whole, we have the 100% truth. All right. So I know they mentioned the Tigris River as well. Let me get that. I think it's in Genesis 2, right quick, and then we're gonna get right back on topic. Just want to bring this out right quick. And I believe is let me see, 14. Yeah, so this is Genesis 2 and 14, and the name of the third river is Ezekiel. All right, or Ezekiel. That is it which goeth forth the east of Assyria, and the fourth river is Euphrates, which Euphrates is Euphrates to this day, and Ezekiel will be the Tigris River. All right. So according to that prophecy in Revelation, the 16th chapter is drying up. Okay. For what? There's a great war. All right. 2 wars already had passed. All right, and we all know that. And we can see the beginning effects of that third war, which is World War III. World War III. Okay. Now, let me see where I left off at. Yeah, Revelation 9 and 14, saying to the 6th angel, which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates, and the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of man. Now, the third part of man are the sons of the wicked man, okay, which represents Esau, Edom, okay, the sons of the wicked, Esau, Edom, and a lot of Israelites, which contains you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, all right, to 2/3 of our people, they follow the ways of Esau, Edom, man, the heathens, all right. And Edom being the main heathen of them all, the main enemy, all right, you have our very own people who follow after him, and they're going to take part of the second death as well, which is of the lake of fire, okay? But Lord willing, this was edifying. And Lord willing, tomorrow I do 16, 17, and 18, okay, which talks about the missiles. But yeah, man, Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm gonna close out by giving all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Chakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders again, and peace, love, and salutations to your hopeful elect that's been pushing the truth. With that, shalom.